Hey, so one of my favorite trends recently has been like studio tours, desk tours, things like that. So I thought I would show you my workspace because I love it and I think you might like it or learn from it or I don't know, get some ideas. So let's start in this corner here. I have a Roland BN20 printer, a Graphtec CE7000. These often work together, so that's why I like to keep them next to each other. Not the most ideal, but it works for now and it's great. Here I have IKEA pegboard systems, and I just have like backup stuff. So I have thermal printer labels up there, jewelry making supplies, keychains, things like that. Things that I need access to but don't reach for every day. Here's another little shelving system with stuff that I do reach for every day. So 4x6 labels and 2x2 labels because I switch these out pretty often in the thermal printer, which is this one. I use a Rollo thermal printer. She's been great, had her for years. This is a new addition to this area. Normally she would sit on top of the Roland, but I thought it was easier to work with her over here. It's just a PC laptop. I think it's an HP, I'm not really sure. I only have it because that's what Roland uses. So there's that. And then with the mouse, here is a great printer, probably the best printer I've ever had, the Epson ET8550, which is amazing, amazing quality. All of the desks over here are IKEA. So here we have my Xtool F1 and some of the things that I use with it. And I use a Mac Mini, that's my system. Here is a Dymo, another printer. This is what I use for just address labels. Here is a Wacom drawing tablet. This is a new addition to my space and to my design stuff. And still learning it. I had one years ago, like way before the Procreate days. And so I'm trying to integrate this because I could use this directly with Illustrator. And here is my Mac Studio display for my monitor. A Magic Mouse and this little resting pad. I have the trackpad back there. I tend to use the mouse more these days. Here I have Palo Santo, which is always on deck here. This is the lamp that I use pretty much daily. I also have more lamps up here because lighting is so important when you're working with like resin or jewelry or things like that. I always have some journals on my desk. This is like kind of like my 2025 journal. It's like things that I'm learning, things that I'm planning. If I'm learning something new, this is where I take notes. Here is like my daily to-do lists. I have to have a daily to-do list, cannot function without it. And here is my gratitude journal, as well as my Erin Condren 2025 planner. I tried to use a different planner system last year. It did not work for me. This is the best system that I've used, and I've used it for years, and it works for me. Hand sanitizer, lens wipes. Here is my phone and a cute little stand that actually my nail tech got me. Here is my Silhouette Cameo 4 Pro. I don't reach for this nearly as much as I used to. I mainly use my Graphtec now, but this is good for small projects. Here is just a little label, filing system. So I have like excess sublimation prints. Like it's mostly for excess things. Like these are stickers that I need to post. Yeah, just kind of like pending project type things. Here is another desk, and this is a Mac desktop that anybody that comes and works for me will use for the day, with some little those little Apple speakers. I forget what they're called. Here's another Rollo thermal printer. I don't need to. I will probably be selling that one, as well as this little system that feeds the labels. That's the camera that I use for product photography. Here's my very, very first sublimation printer. She has been so, so good to me. I don't use her really anymore because I have a wide format sublimation printer, but she has been just amazing. Another lamp, because again, lighting is so important. Here is a desk that really is just for storage. It's a great desk though. I have backup like office supplies in here, like, I don't know, tape and scissors and staples, things like that. Jewelry making supplies are in there. Somebody left their pistachio snack. This has been great though because I never knew where to put my cutting mats. So this is where they live now. Some transfer tape. Here's a little cube system shelf, which is great because I use a lot of different papers. So this is like sticker paper. This is laminate, printer paper, cardstock, more cardstock, more cardstock, photo paper. These are some of the tools that I use for journal making and just like some little extra pens and stuff. So that is the tour. This drawer we use, anybody that needs anything can go in there, just more tools and things like that. And this is my personal one. I'll show you the top one because this is what I reach for. My favorite pens, markers and Sharpies. Markers and highlighters. Things that I reach for literally every day. Like Very That stickers. Anybody that gets an order, that's a backup battery. I put these in my packaging, so I always have little extra strips. Business cards, little squeegees. This is stuff really that I use on the daily. I always have lighters because I have sage or Palo Santo burning at all times. That's really kind of the most important drawer. But yeah, here is a tour of one of my favorite places in the world. I hung my banner just to kind of like help fill the space. The little doggies are my dogs. Same thing over here. I have pending projects all over the walls and just to like keep me inspired. But this is really my favorite place.